like Tia Kemp isn't getting off Rick Ross's neck anytime soon, because she just put him on blast after he threatened to pull up on Drake and jump him. This came after Rick successfully inserted himself into Drake and Kendrick's feud, even though it has absolutely nothing to do with him. He has now taken the feud as his own personal battle, and he has been relentlessly coming at Drake for over a week now. A lot of people initially thought Rick was just trying to make this whole Drake versus Kendrick thing just to make it a little more fun, but is now getting obsessive, and it's honestly beginning to look like he has his own personal vendetta against Drake. But Tia doesn't plan to let Rick have the last laugh in all this, because she has been on him ever since he inserted himself into this mess, and she is now spilling some major tea about him. Now, as I said before, this isn't Tia's first time coming for Rick. She has been coming for him ever since they got separated, but it got even worse when he stopped taking care of her and their son William, and started to flaunt the women he was hooking up with in her face to make her jealous. This escalated further a few months ago when Rick was still with his then girlfriend, Christina McKay. Christina kept disrespecting Tia every other day, and at one point even accusing Tia of creating fake accounts to stalk her. Tia is still salty about Rick allowing his side piece to disrespect like this on social media, and she is now siding with Drake in all this mess to get back at Rick. She first made it known that she was Team Drake a few days ago when she went live on IG Live and exposed Rick for having a raging obsession with Drake. According to Tia, Rick used to be pressed and extremely jealous of Drake back when she was still with him. She claims Rick would rant to her all night about how Drake doesn't deserve the accolades he gets and that he is some kind of industry plant. What's even worse is that after Rick does all this trash talking, he would be posted up in pictures with Drake, acting like he likes him. Whole time he is just looking for an opportunity to destroy Drake.
Why your driver staying in your mama house that you grew up in Rolling Oaks? And I heard it's a trap house.
They said Rick Ross a billionaire.
Yeah, he ain't no billionaire. He over-exaggerated everything. Y'all better stop believing that big shit on the ground. And Drake, I want you to call me because I got something to tell you personally. He talk about your family back and he
talk about Drake like a dog.
Girl, he got a baby from a Russian woman, look just like Drake. Beautiful little boy. Same age one of that girl got them 3 children from, baby. Them children the same age. That's why she be hiding in the hole somewhere every now and then. Because she know he got a baby that her last baby.
What Rick Ross tell you Drake business allegedly?
Because he pillow talk with me all through the night when he wants sandwiches and wake up. His sleep pattern off.
Now, when Tia said this, a lot of people were really shocked that this was what Rick was doing the whole time when we all thought he was cool with Drake. People actually started doing some digging and realized that there is some truth to what Tia is saying, because Rick actually has a history of coming at Drake unprovoked, even though Drake has done nothing to him. Rick first threw shots at Drake unprovoked in 2015 when he inserted himself into Drake and Meek Mill's beef. Rick said at the time that he felt like he had to pick a side since he was closer to Meek, so he decided to attack Drake on his Color Money, on which he rapped, "Color Money got your B out on a world tour. My little homie made $1 million on his girl tour. We back to back and down to whack a man unborn. Miami men got him changing all the gun laws. So run Forrest, get some shooters and they dying too. I got more money than that lane that you signed to." Drake clapped back at Rick a few months after that on his song Western Road Flows, on which he rapped, "Yeah, I brought your wifey out to St. Martin. She violated. I sent her back where it all started. How quick they are to forget about their bachelor apartment. Leave it to guys like you to show them light in the darkness." They went on to throw a couple more shots at each other after this, but in September of 2016, there were some rumors that the two of them had met up in private to squash the beef. This was revealed by rapper Nori, who said, "I heard Drake and Ross met in Prime 112 to squash the beef between Meek Mill and Drake. Listen, if that rumor is correct, that's what we need to happen. Meek Mill, Drake, Ross, FB." This was also later confirmed by Rick himself the following year when he said that he and Drake actually did squash their beef thanks to a private conversation set up by Jay Prince. They went on to release their 2 back-to-back collaborations in 2019, Money in the Grave and Gold Roses. From that point on, it really seemed like everything was cool between them and that they were now back to being friends and having mutual respect for each other. That was until a few weeks ago when Rick Ross decided to be petty again by unfollowing Drake on IG in support of Kendrick Lamar dissing Drake. Drake was not having it, and he decided to go off on all of them for hanging up to take him down.
I'm gonna let you know how I'm feeling. Listen, the way I'm feeling is the same way I want you to walk out of here feeling tonight about your self. Because you know how I'm feeling? I got my head up high, my back straight, I'm 10 toes down in Florida or anywhere else I go, and I know that no matter what, it's not a on this earth that can ever me in my life. And that's how I want you to walk out of here tonight. But But in order to, get yourself all gassed up, riled up, and move towards the future, sometimes you gotta acknowledge the mistakes that you made in the past, right? Right?
But this wasn't all. He also flew out Christina Mackey on all expenses paid trip to his show and even gave her a special VIP area to sit in for his show. This only made Rick even more mad, and he clapped back by posting a video of him vibing out Kendrick's diss.
I'm hoping sentiment symbolic. My temperament bipolar, I choose violence. Okay, let's get it up.
But Rick didn't end it there, y'all. He went on live several times after that to continue Drake. And just in case y'all forgot, this whole beef had absolutely nothing to do with him. He inserted himself into it. Rick even went as far as releasing a diss track against Drake titled Champagne Moments, where he accused Drake of being a white boy cosplaying as a black man. As if that wasn't enough, he fueled the allegations about Drake getting a BBL by claiming Drake had cosmetic surgery to change his nose. He rapped, "You ain't never want to be an N-word anyway. That's why you had an operation to make your nose smaller than your father knows. I unfollowed, man, cause you sent the MF cease and desist to French Montana, man. You sent the policeman hating on my dog Project." He continues, "That wasn't the same white boy that I seen, man, when we were making them early records, man. When you were happy to be around N-words, seeing guys holding them sticks. Yeah, you owe mother effing stunning your life, man."
I'm the bigger person. I'm a boss. Drake, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to apologize. First and foremost, you gotta admit, confess you got your nose reduction, and confess you got a BBL. And I understand. I know what it's like having those flaps on your stomach and that sweat being under there. You ain't want to do that. You wanted to just a gym. You drizzy, you BBL. You could go get it done, and you did it. Just confess. Confess. I know you're not gonna respond, and this pace is boring me. It's moving too slow. When I came in the game, you had to move fast, drop a freestyle Fridays. Now the social media, I can't do it. You got your minions. What's the other white boy name? 1090. He looked like a wet little whale flapping. Shut up. Mind your business, peon. Man, apologize. White boy, BBL Drizzy, I got a question. I saw you posted you got more money than Ricky Rose. And let's assume you did. Well, your best friend, Birdman, his house went into foreclosure 5 years ago. You done watched that man struggle them 5 years and ain't get that man a mansion? Because if you got more money than Rose, what's another 50 million, white boy?
Drake finally had enough of the shenanigans, and he decided to respond to all this BS in his new diss track, Push-Ups, where he responded to Kendrick Lamar by trolling him for being a short king and how Kendrick apparently has one of the worst record deals in the industry. He rapped, "How the F you big stepping with a size 7 men's on? Your last one bricked, you really not on-ish. They make excuses for you cause they hate to see me lit. Pull your contract cause we gotta see the split. Ain't no way you doing splits, B, your pants might rip." He then took shots at Metro Boomin when he said, "Big difference between Mike then and Mike now. What the F is this? A 20v1? Man, what's a prince to a king? He a son, get more love in the city that you from, man. Metro, shut your A up and make some drums." Drake didn't really care enough to address Rick because it's clear Rick is only leeching onto this whole thing so he can finally have a reason to trash talk Drake. And just when we thought things couldn't get any messier, Tia stepped into the chat once again to show her support for Drake. She called Rick a bitter old big back and accused him of having a shrimp D. She also insinuated once again that Rick was jealous of Drake and that she will forever ride with Drake.
I don't give a who say I'm a op. I'd rather be an op than to be a cop. Bet that. I'd rather be an op than to be a cop. Don't arrest me. Please don't arrest me. Mr. Officer, Mr. Officer. Tell that bitch pull them cuffs out and cuff me. Like your daddy would when it's mating season. Tell that police go tell that cop pull his cuffs out and cuff me like your daddy would do when it's mating season. Cause it's a sassy Saturday. It's a sassy Saturday. Tell a big baby. Tell a big baby. I know a bitch in here watching me. I heard you on my ass. Who is it? Huh? You knocking? Who is it? Is it a Bigfoot or is it a shrimp? Which one? Cause both of you black between your thighs. Cock 'em open, let me see. Come open, let me see now. Let me see. Do a split. Split that.
One person reacted to all this by saying, is everyone just jealous of Drake because he's the most successful and can probably have their dream woman light work? Or is this something else? I'm curious to know people's thoughts. Why is everyone ganging up on someone who's also helped all of them individually too? Another person said, I don't care how anyone feels, all these rappers just jealous of Drake. He's literally the Jay-Z of this time and people don't like that. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Tia going against Rick to defend Drake? And do you think Rick is really jealous of Drake? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.